All right, and welcome back, guys. So now we have multiple guides out kind of showing how to get Dark Aether in kind of the fastest ways you possibly can. We've got a solo guide out, and then we've also got a guide that is quite a bit quicker, but it does involve playing with 3 or 4 people. Now, on top of those 2 videos that are kind of general guides, kind of showing the strats you want to do, I wanted a few more videos kind of showing separate strats for some of the more hard categories. So I did one specifically for the rocket launchers to kind of show you how you want to go about doing the rocket launchers. Now, on top of that, I also wanted to do one for the snipers. And I feel like this is probably going to be the last guide that I do that is class specific, because the ARs, the SMGs, the TAC rifles, the LMGs, the pistols, the shotguns, the knife, everything else is pretty self-explanatory. Maybe the knife, because the knife's a little bit different than the other weapons, but the knife's very strong in zombies, and I haven't really heard of anyone having any issues getting the knife gold. Every time someone asks me is like, how do you do this gun or that gun? People, when we talk about zombies, are either talking about the snipers or the rocket launcher, so I'm making a video on those two. And I mean, if you guys really wanted, I can make one on another one. If you have suggestions, I'm not really saying I will, just let me know. But yeah, let's go ahead and break down kind of the best and the quickest ways to get the snipers gold in zombies. Now, starting off, if you are a solo player, check the description, find my solo guide. That is kind of the strategy you want to be running. In short, essentially, you're going to be training down at the bottom of Pack-a-Punch, kind of hoarding the zombies up there and just continuously shooting into the horde. And yes, it is going to be a little slow, because especially with the bolt action sniper rifles, the rechamber time is pretty slow, and you're only going to be killing 3 or 4 zombies, if even that, per shot. So it's going to be a lot of just kind of chilling in a giant horde, just shooting one shot, rechamber, another shot, rechamber, another shot. And it does take a while. It's not really hard. As long as you can, train effectively and kind of dodge the zombies, you don't have to worry about it too much. It just takes a bit of time, because you're just going to slowly picking off a few zombies, a few zombies, a few zombies, and until you are able to get those 2,500 critical kills you need with the sniper rifle. Now, that was kind of a quick rundown of the solo strategy. If you want to see the full ins and out and kind of what you need to do on lower rounds and whatnot to kind of set up that strategy, make sure you check out the guide that I'll have linked in the description. Now, the snipers are going to be a little bit easier if you do have multiple people at your disposal. Pretty much every class of weapon in zombies is going to be faster with multiple people, just with the way this game works in terms of weapon leveling, the amount of kills you're going to be getting, the rounds you're going to be going to. This game is definitely more focused towards having a group of people to play with while grinding this. Now, if you don't have anyone to play with, I actually do have a Discord, and we have a Find Zombie Players channel. So if you're looking for some people to maybe pick up to kind of make grinding the snipers a little bit easier, make sure you go in the description, check out that Discord channel, join it, and find some people to help you out. So now we're going to kind of go into the strategy I would use if you have multiple people and you're going to be grinding the gold sniper rifles in zombies. Now, for this, we are going to be using the strategies that I showed in the Season 1 Dark Aether grind video. Now, essentially, we're going to be on the top of Noct, and we're going to be camping up here with however many players you have, 2, 3, and or 4. Going to be using rings of fires, and we're going to be just non-stop killing zombies. Now, how this strategy kind of differs while using sniper rifles is that you're not going to be able to kill zombies near as quickly, and the ring of fire isn't going to be as helpful. Unlike the rocket launchers, which become essentially semi-auto and you can just spam the rocket launchers to your heart's content with the ring of fire, sniper rifles still have to rechamber after every single shot while doing this. It's going to help a little bit because you're going to be doing more damage and you're not going to have to reload, but you still have to deal with that rechamber time, which is a little annoying. Now, kind of the best scenario to be doing this is if your teammates are going for other camo categories while you're grinding for this. Because if everyone on your team's going for snipers and you're trying to camp on the top of Noct, you're going to run into issues because your killing potential and the amount of zombies you're going to be killing per second is going to be way down compared to if someone's using LMGs, ARs, SMGs, even pistols. Just the sniper rifles in terms of kills per minute is very slow in this strategy. So if you do have a group of friends you are grinding this with, make sure you're kind of alternating, taking turns on doing the snipers. Now, it is going to be a win-win for both of you, because not only are you going to be able to grind these snipers quicker than what it would be if you're playing solo, but the other people in your lobbies are also going to be getting more kills for their camo categories. Because since you're going to be getting less kills because you're using a bolt action sniper rifle, your friends are going to be able to get more kills for their AR, SMG, TAC rifle. Even if they're using their ray gun, they're just going to get more XP in general. So it shouldn't be too hard to find people to do this with, because they're also going to be benefiting from helping you do this. Now, while on top of Noct, I found it quite helpful to go to the left and kind of pick off this one spawn point here to the left, because in the middle of the round, zombies are going to be continuously spawning, and it's fairly easy to get critical kills on these zombies, because when they first pop out of the ground, all you can really see is their head. So while doing this strat, I constantly went to this window and picked off zombies, but it is also completely viable just to aim down in the middle of the hallway, continuously spamming shots, because these are just critical kills. They do not have to be headshots with the sniper. A critical kill for a sniper is body and up, so you don't always have to be completely aiming for the head to be able to get those critical kills. Now we'll do just kind of a really quick rundown of the attachments you want to be using. Now, out of the 3 sniper rifles, you're more than likely not going to have an issue with the M82. The M82 is actually really bad in multiplayer. It's probably the hardest sniper to get gold in MP. However, in zombies, it's the exact opposite. The issue in zombies is not really the ADS speed or anything like that or the damage. It's how quick you can shoot. And both the bolt action sniper rifles just take too long, whereas the M82 is semi-auto, so you can just continuously spam. So the M82 will actually be really easy, whereas the other sniper rifles are going to take a little bit longer just because of that rechamber time. Now here's kind of the attachments that I ran, and I would recommend you guys running as well. Now for the iron sight, this could be a little objective. I actually really do like the iron sights on the Pellington, but I really don't like them on the Tundra, so it's also kind of weapon dependent. If you don't like the iron sights, the red dot's pretty good, are the 2 times. I wouldn't go with much higher of a zoom because the higher zooms are just kind of hard in zombies because you really don't want to be sniping zombies from a far distance. You're really going to be sitting on either the catwalk or pretty close range, just kind of shooting zombies. So I myself would stick with like a red dot or 2 times at most. And for this one, personally, I'd run the iron sights because I actually really like them on the Pellington. But yeah, I'd stay away from the higher end scopes on this. Now, when it comes to the muzzle, the thing about the snipers in this game is they already take a very long time to ADS, and you really don't want to be adding any sort of attachments that lower that anymore. Usually in zombies, the aim down sight time doesn't really matter too much when I'm choosing attachments for weapons. However, with the snipers specifically, I definitely make sure I stray away from that because you're already going to be ADSing so slow, you don't want to put any sort of extra effect on that. So kind of the barrel I would run, even if this gives you more salvage than the others, I would run this, the one that only gives you increased equipment drop and the negative 15 bullet velocity, because all of these other ones take away your ADS time, and it's like 20%, 25%, and 20%. And trust me, I don't really think it's worth it with the snipers specifically, just because they just, dude, it's so slow to ADS with these things. Now, when it comes to the barrel, I wouldn't really run this last one. I know it gives you a ton of benefits. It gives you reload quickness, it gives you damage, gives you a little bit more fire rate than the other one, and it gives you more bullet velocity. However, it really affects your magazine. It gives you 20% less ammo capacity, 36% less max starting ammo, and a negative 20% magazine ammo capacity. And in zombies, you don't want to be reloading that much. So I would personally run the barrel that does the plus 11% fire rate, not quite the 13 that the other gives, and the plus 30% bullet velocity. And the extra damage that you're not getting because of the Tiger Team barrel doesn't really matter too much, because if you're hitting criticals on zombies anyway, by the time you're third pack-a-punch, you really don't have to worry about that extra damage. It's going to be one-shotting zombies for the most part to begin with, so the extra damage doesn't really mean much. Same thing with the bullet velocity. You're hitting zombies at a close range, so this really doesn't have any effect on it. The only thing you're really losing by going with this one instead is that extra 2% fire rate, but at the end of the day, that doesn't really make too much of a difference. It's just 2% fire rate. Now, when we go to the body attachment, once again, for most other guns, I would run this final one that gives you the hip fire accuracy and the increased salvage drop. Because having extra hip fire on guns and zombies is awesome, and obviously you want that increased salvage drop. However, gives you negative 10% ADS speed. So because of that, I would run the attachment that just gives you the plus increased salvage drop rate, because it doesn't affect that ADS speed at all. Now, when it comes to the grip, I almost always run the one that gives the 4+3s. I just find this the most beneficial for snipers out of all the grips you can put on it. Now, for the magazine attachment, I am going to contradict myself just a little bit here. For this on the snipers, I would run the final one, which does give you negative 10% ADS speed. And I know I've made a pretty big deal about not taking that negative ADS speed hit. However, there is one thing in zombies that is more important than your ADS speed when it comes to using these snipers, and that is your ammo capacity, your reload speed, the ammo you can hold, your max starting ammo, all that. And this just gives a massive boost to that. You get plus 80% magazine ammo capacity, plus 5% reload quickness, plus 80% max starting ammo, and plus 80% ammo capacity. And yes, it does take away 10% from your aim down sights time, and I do think the hit that you take is worth having this extra magazine capacity and the other benefits. Now for the handle, this one's pretty easy. Once again, I'm going to go with the very last one here because it gives you plus 12% aim down sight time, and that is more than all the other ones get, and it gives you some negatives for some other stuff, but that ADS is really what you want, and it does make up for that magazine attachment that we just put on the weapon. Now for the stock attachment, I would almost always run the one that gives you plus 10% sprint to fire time. That way you can sprint a little bit faster after sprinting, and it does give you 0 negative effects. So this is pretty much what I ran for every sniper while I was grinding them gold. But yeah, with that, that's kind of all the attachments I would personally recommend using for the snipers while you're grinding using these strategies, or using any strategy for that matter. And I will just quickly go over kind of all the challenge requirements you need to unlock Gold Viper on the sniper. Now, starting off with the first one, you need 2,500 kills. Pretty self-explanatory, just getting kills with the weapon and you'll finish this one. Now, for the second category, we need 2,500 critical kills. And like I was saying, a critical kill for a sniper does not have to be a headshot. Upper body counts as a critical kill for these. And this one, you should be able to get over time while using these two strategies. You could potentially get this done in about 2 games if you camp on the top of knock strategy with the right people and you kind of all have the strat down and you're doing it pretty well. And the next one, we've got 2,500 kills while pack-a-punch, pretty much the same thing as the other two. And I mean, for the most part, most of the kills you're going to be getting are packs. This one should come naturally too. Now, the next category is hard depending if you're playing solo or not. If you're playing with more than one person, you're going to get so many elites spawning that you'll very, very quickly get this done. You'll be able to get it done the first game you unlock the challenge. Because when you're playing with more than one person, elites spawn way more often, and all you have to do is put a bullet into it right before it dies, and everyone will get credit for the elite when it dies. So this one, if you're playing with multiple people, you'll get it done in 1 game. However, if you're playing solo, it is going to take you 2 to 3 games to get all the elite eliminations you need, just because of the lack of elite spawns when you're playing in solo. And the next one is rapidly get 10 kills 10 times in zombies. This one also going to be fairly easy. Even if you're playing solo, you're going to be killing them in a horde, so that's not bad at all. And then obviously while you're camping up top of knock, you'll get 10 rapid kills pretty much right away once you unlock this. And the next one is get 3 or more critical kills rapidly. And this one's actually easier than the previous challenge because for the most part, most of the kills you're going to be getting are critical kills. So it shouldn't be too hard in either of these strats to get these 3 rapid kills. Now the next one is get 20 or more kills without taking damage 10 times. This one's a little bit easier if you're camping on the top of knock because obviously you're kind of in a safe position in the back using Ring of Fire, so you're not really going to be getting hit at all. If you're playing solo while you're training, yes, you have more of a chance of getting hit, but you've only got to do this 10 times, and for the most part, this is going to happen while you're grinding out the rest of your critical kills. But yeah, after you finish all those challenges, you unlock Gold Viper for the sniper, and if you've got all 3 of them done, you get Plague Diamond for the snipers, and then obviously if you have all weapons done, you get Dark Aether. But yeah, with that, guys, it's going to kind of conclude it for my guide here. If you have any other suggestions for other zombie guides I could make, we've got a solo guide now, we've got a season 1 fastest way to grind Dark Aether guide, and then we have a rocket launcher and a sniper guide. As of now, I really don't have any other plans for any sort of zombie guides, but if you guys have any suggestions, let me know. And make sure you're checking out the other guides if you haven't already. And like I was saying, we do have a link in the description for the Discord if you're looking for people to play with to kind of make the most out of your time while grinding on Dark Aether, because doing this strat with 4 people will definitely make it so you take a lot less time to get this camo. But yeah, with that, boys, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this video. Oh, hey, look at that. You guys made it to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching to this point of the video, boys. I appreciate it. I do want to take a moment to give a special thanks to everyone who's decided to become a member. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot to me, and it definitely helps kind of grow the channel. You've helped us unlock some amazing emotes and a ton of other cool stuff like that, and it does really help support me and kind of let me continue in this endeavor. But I do want to give a huge special thanks to everyone who's taken it a step above. And I want to give a huge thanks to the first person in the world to become an Unlocker ++, dude. Slushy, you're an absolute legend. You were the first person to reach the final tier unlocked membership. Yeah, the Unlocker ++, the final one, the big one at the very end, dude. Slushy, you're an absolute legend, man. Thank you so much for that. And yeah, I guess with that, we're going to roll out this video, boys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.